Syracuse, Buffalo. 3 weeks ago, you were fire and ice teams. Fire and brimstone, in my opinion. Now what's happened? You're acting like punks. Especially ones who are in the joint who'd bend over for a pack of cigarettes. First, let's start with Syracuse, shall we? What is it with the orange? 3 weeks ago, we looked like the team we were 20 years ago. The beasts of the East. The fire and brimstone orange from the era of Marvin Graves and Donovan McNabb and the way we throttled West Virginia. And what have we looked like since then? Crybabies. That's what we are, crybabies. Or ones who are all-out wimps. We were 5-2 and sitting pretty, maybe even looking at a BCS bowl berth. Now, ESPN doesn't even have the orange in their bowl projections. Because you know what? You'll go down to Louisville, stink it up. You go to Connecticut and face Paul Pasqualoni and the Huskies and you stink it up. And what happens? South Florida, who seemed to be struggling a little bit more than Syracuse was, comes into the Dome. And after I saw the way Phillip Thomas stuck the receiver there on that first big tackle, I'm thinking Syracuse may finally be onto something. But no. The defense let B.J. Daniels and South Florida run all over the goddarn place. And they let B.J. Daniels and that spread offense pass and run all over the place. Hell, the defense couldn't stop a mouse. They couldn't stop anything. Boy, what happened? Aside from 2 touchdowns on a monster day from Alec Lemon Lime. This is just forgettable. Forgettable is the whole thing. Are we going to win a game again this year? We got Cincinnati coming in 2 weeks, and then Pittsburgh in early December. We need to win one of those games to become bowl eligible. Because you know what? ESPN doesn't even have us ranked in the bowl projections now. Oh, heck, the good news is the basketball team looked good. Heck, they had a little trouble with the College of St. Rose in the second exhibition, and they pull away, and then they stick it to Fordham with a monster game from both Chris Joseph and also Rakeem Christmas showing he's a hell of a rebounder. But there's nothing positive about this orange, especially for football. What the heck is going on? And now, a change. Ta-da! Although I don't know why I changed. Heck, this is just as ugly as what happened with Syracuse. In fact, it was uglier. Buffalo wasn't even in this game right from the get-go. Heck, they allowed the second pretty boy that they faced. And let me tell you, I hate pretty boy quarterbacks. Tony Romo. He had all day in the pocket to throw. He could have just sat back there, sipped a pina colada, wondering how he could escape. Look that up in your Rupert Holmes biography. But you know, he had all day to throw and he shredded Buffalo's secondary. 4 touchdowns on 4 first-half possessions. And heck, it wasn't until the 3rd drive that Romo threw an incompletion. Buffalo was never in this game right from the get-go. The only good thing Buffalo did was that touchdown pass to David Nelson, who then decided to run over and give the ball to a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, who I think just happens to be his girlfriend. But if that's all that was positive about this Bills game, as Dallas just romped all over us right from the get-go. This was the worst game in about 3-4 years. A 44-7. You can get the anecdote there. It was a laugher. And you know, I didn't want to hear any more verbal abuse from a couple Cowboys fans at Dewey's, which is why I left at halftime. But I mean, this is ugly. Last week against the Jets was ugly. And for the Orange the last 3 weeks, it's ugly. About as ugly as what happened at Penn State last week. That whole thing with Jerry Sandusky. I mean, like I said to open it, you wonder if Jerry Sandusky is going to come up here and do something. Although, you know what? He does anything to any Bills or any Orange, I'm going to punch his daylights out. But look what happened. It caused the downfall of a coaching legend. I mean, what he did. And I mean, it's pretty apropos I got a cold. Because you know what? That thing with Sandusky, the way the Bills have played the last 2 weeks, the way the Orange have played the last 3 weeks, you guys make me sick. Right now, I'm gonna go throw up. Excuse me. I'm Ken Haas, and that's my story for this week.